Hi guys, Riot Ponytail here, and I'm hoping to try to fill you guys in on some of the insight into Riot games. Obviously, the game is not in the best position right now, so we're going to be trying to do some things in the coming weeks to distract you from that. Okay, now, I have just dropped some good ideas here, and in addition to that, I have the general game plan we're going to try to use right here. So, let's dig into that in this developer update from Riot Ponytail theme song. Okay, so the first thing that we always try to do here at Riot Games is, can we fix these issues by nerfing bruisers? Now, in the current scenario, I don't think that we can do that. The landscape of competitive league and really the issues as a whole aren't really dealing with bruisers. Now, we might pursue this option and nerf a bruiser at random just because fuck them, but other than that, I don't really see us doing this option. Now, this is an option we will 100% be using in the future, and you can guarantee it will happen. We are going to be nerfing supports rather than nerfing AD carries. Now, this is an option that we pursue many times. The general idea here is that AD carries are overpowered, but if we just nerf supports, that means we don't actually have to nerf AD carries. Despite the average power level in AD carry being way more important than the average power level of support, if you nerf supports, you can kind of bring down AD carries and make them seem more balanced. At the very least, you can distract from the issue for a few weeks, which gives us just enough time to come up with another thing to not have to do our job. Now, this is an option that we might just be pursuing at random, because, why not? We might just buff AD carry defensive options. Now, why not? But what we could do is just throw in, let's throw in a Sterix Gauge buff, maybe a Maw buff, and let AD carries use them, because trying to differentiate between ranged and melee combatants is really just annoying and busy work, really. I mean, balancing the game is busy work. So, just throw that in at random. Now, this is an option we've pursued in the past. By pushing back the fighter rework, we can try to get in another AD carry rework, but we canceled because we had done every class in the game other than fighters, so we would have had to do the fighter rework or cancel class reworks as a whole, and we just aren't willing to do a fighter rework, so we had to cancel them all. This isn't an option anymore. Now, here's an option. This is a very good option. Now, imagine you're in a world of January. Now, the preseason has just happened and you say, wow, a lot of changes have just happened. It's going to be difficult to balance the game. Let's see how things play out. And then after that, you say, the LCS has just started. We can't balance things while the LCS is ongoing. And a couple months later, you say, we're in the middle of the LCS. We don't want to do any big changes right now. A couple months later, you say, okay, we're at the finals. We can't balance right before the finals. And then people say the finals are over. Can you balance the game now? And you say, no! Rift Rivals is here. We can't put any major changes in right before Rift Rivals. Rift Rivals ends. What do you say? The Summer Split is here. We can't balance the game. Then we're in the middle of Summer Split. Finals. Wouldn't you know it? The preseason is here. Flawless strategy to have to avoid doing anything. I mean, it's really good. Really, this is just the perfect strategy to have to avoid doing anything. Now, here's one thing we can do is buff Fiora. Just fuck it, buff Fiora. I really don't have to explain it. Just buff Fiora at random. Fills up a patch note, makes people think we're doing stuff. Just buff Fiora. Here's I love this strategy. We nerf what isn't the problem. Now, as an example, we just recently nerfed Draven. We might do it again, because it fills up a patch note. It kind of feels like we might be doing relevant stuff, but the reality is we haven't actually done anything to fix anything. Alternatively, we could try to nerf things that don't really actually nerf stuff. Like, you saw how many nerfs Caitlyn survived and she's still a top pick? Brilliant. Brilliant. How many patch notes did we fill with those Caitlyn nerfs that didn't address the trap problem? Now here is a great strategy. If Nerfing Draven and nerfing not the problem doesn't fix it. What we can try to do is try it again. Despite all logic and reason, fuck it, try it again. Maybe it'll work this time. Now, this is more of a fluff kind of thing. Now, you look at the patch notes and you say, wow, there aren't a lot of patch notes in there. What can we do to fill it out? Buff Nautilus and buff Maokai. And then when they're overpowered, you nerf Nautilus and nerf Maokai. By constantly buffing them and bringing them down and buffing them and bringing them down, you can ensure so many patch notes get filled with just these two champions. It makes it seem like we're doing things when we're not actually doing anything at all. We're just putting them up and down. Brilliant. And what's most important here is we never actually fix the root issues of these champions. If we fix the root issue, we might not just be able to buff and nerf them all the time. So just fuck with those numbers, keep changing them, patch notes all the day. Now this is a more complicated one. When people say the game hasn't changed very often, you rework a bruiser. I know what you're saying. How could you be reworking a bruiser? I thought you hated them. Well, obviously we're not making them good, we're just reworking them at random. Not fixing their issues, mind you, just reworking them in a way that we can inevitably let them never be viable. Sometimes we accidentally let a champion like Gangplank get viable, but then we just ass blast them with nerfs until they'll never be played competitively again. Now, this is the last and most important tool. This is a desperation tool. If things are really fucked up and we can't just keep pretending to fix things without ever fixing them, what we can do here is just keep talking and talking about the issues as if they're being fixed without ever fixing them. So we put out, I don't know, a developer diary or something like that where we say, look, we know about the Arden issue and we're looking into it. We know about the tank issue and we're looking into it. And we're thinking about buffing Nautilus again. And you talk about it a lot, but you never do anything. So the people that are frustrated, they look at this and they say, oh man, they addressed this problem. It's going to be fixed. But you never fix it. That's how you get them. You lie and you cheat in ways that you never have to do your job, but it gives the illusion that you're doing your job. And if you just fill up and you talk enough and you release enough developer diaries, people might eventually just be tricked. Really, they'll say, wow, he is talking so much, he has to have some substance to it. There's no substance, but people get tricked into thinking there's substance because they say, wow, how could, I don't know, I'm just pulling a random name out of my hat, a rioter maybe, talk about issues so many times and never fix them. How could they talk about healing debuffs so many times yet never fix the issue? How do they keep band-aiding it and making it worse? You never realize it because they keep talking about it as if they're doing it. It's brilliant. Actually, I came up with that tactic myself, so Riot Ponytail gets the credit for that one. So this developer diary should catch you up with some of the Riot tactics that we're going to be using in the close future. Watch out for them because we're sure to pull them out again. I'm going to go drop some good ideas here, so I'm going to be done for now.